All right, welcome. Think of me as your financial advisor for our time together today. My goal is to give you a powerful, yet simple, blueprint for building real, lasting wealth. We're going to be digging into the core ideas from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a book that has totally changed the game for millions of people when it comes to money. Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. This right here, this is the single most important question you need to answer, because how you answer it changes everything. You see, the poor and the middle class work hard for their money. The rich, they have their money work hard for them. Our entire goal today is to map out a plan that gets your money working for you.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to diagnose a really common trap that keeps people stuck. Then, we're going to totally rewire how you think about money, assets, and liabilities. After that, I'll show you a roadmap for your financial journey, give you 3 concrete steps you can take, and finally, we'll tackle the mental hurdles that stop most people cold.
First things first, let's talk about a problem I see day in and day out with so many hardworking clients. It's this frustrating feeling that no matter how much your salary goes up, you never really seem to get ahead. Sound familiar? Well, there's a name for that. It's called the rat race. You know, it really all boils down to 2 different mindsets, often the ones we're raised with. The poor dad philosophy is all about job security. You know the drill. Go to a good school, get a safe job, climb the ladder. The rich dad philosophy, on the other hand, is all about financial freedom. It's about owning the things that generate income, not just earning a salary. So let's break down this rat race thing. It's a powerful loop, and it's driven by 2 very human emotions. First, there's fear. The fear of not being able to pay your bills. That's what makes you work so hard. But then, as soon as that paycheck lands in your account, desire kicks in. You see all the things you can buy, and you spend it, and the cycle just repeats. Your income goes up, but so do your expenses. You're just running faster on the same treadmill. And that brings us to this absolutely crucial point. Your job, your salary, it's a short-term solution. It solves the immediate problem of this month's bills, but it will never solve the long-term problem of building wealth. To escape the rat race for good, you have to think bigger than just your paycheck. Okay, now this is where we have to hit the reset button on everything you've probably been taught about finance. This is the big aha moment. Because here's the secret. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep and what you do with the money you keep. Let's make this ridiculously simple. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. That's it. It's something you own that generates income for you, whether you're working, sleeping, or on vacation. Think of it like a little money-making machine that you own. And a liability? Well, it's the exact opposite. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's something that costs you money every single month just to have it. You see, the rich are obsessed with building their asset column. They use their income to buy things that generate even more income, like rental properties or stocks that pay dividends. The poor and middle class? They tend to focus on their paycheck. They get a raise, and they immediately go out and buy bigger liabilities that they mistakenly believe are assets, like a more expensive car or a boat. And this leads us to the big, controversial question. Is your house an asset? Now, according to this way of thinking, your primary residence, the house you live in, is actually a liability. And I know, that sounds nuts, but just think about the cash flow. Does it put money in your pocket every month? No, it takes money out of your pocket. You have the mortgage, the property taxes, insurance, repairs. It's a major expense, not an income source. Okay, let's move on to the map that's going to guide you from where you are now to where you want to be. It's called the cash flow quadrant, and just understanding where you are on this map is the first critical step. This breaks down the 4 ways people make money. On the left side, you've got E for employee and S for self-employed. Folks on this side are trading their time directly for money. If they stop working, the income stops. But the right side, that's where true financial freedom lives. B is for business owner, someone who owns a system that makes money. And I is for investor, where your money itself is making money for you. So your goal, our goal, is to move from the left side of this quadrant to the right side. And listen, this is way more than just changing your job title. It's a massive shift in your mindset. It's about going from being a cog in a system to owning the system, and eventually having your capital do all the heavy lifting for you. Okay, theory is great, but how do we actually do this? Let's get down to brass tacks. Here is your action plan. These are the 3 tangible steps you can start taking right now to build that passive income and move to the right side of the quadrant. This is your blueprint. Step 1, mind your own business. Now, that does not mean quit your job. No. You keep your day job for the cash flow, but you start building your asset portfolio on the side. That's your real business. Step 2, you focus on buying real assets, things that actually produce income. And step 3, the magic ingredient, you reinvest the profits. The cash flow your assets generate, you use it to buy more assets. That's how you create that incredible snowball of wealth. All right, we're at the final and maybe the most important hurdle. We need to talk about why so many people who understand all of this still fail to build wealth. It's not about the numbers on a spreadsheet, it's about what's going on between your ears.
You've got to conquer these 5 mental blocks. First is fear, that paralyzing fear of losing money. Then there's cynicism, that little voice in your head telling you why every new opportunity is a bad idea. Then there's laziness, which we love to disguise as being too busy. Next, bad habits, like the habit of paying all your bills first and yourself last, if at all. And finally, arrogance, thinking you already know it all, which is the surest way to stop learning.
And this right here is the key. The biggest difference between the rich and the poor isn't a lack of fear, it's how they manage that fear. Look, every successful investor on the planet has lost money. The difference is they don't let the fear of losing stop them from playing the game. Winners are not afraid of losing. They learn from it and move forward.
So I'm going to leave you with this one simple question to chew on. What is the first asset you will acquire to start making your money work for you? It doesn't have to be massive. It could be one share of a dividend-paying stock. The journey to financial freedom is just a series of small, intentional steps. Your journey starts right now.